Hello, welcome in. I'm Tammy Masterbirdie, best-selling author of the book The Universe is Talking to You. And this is my weekly spirit boost where I go live every Thursday at noon Eastern to boost your spirit in some way and to teach you how to tap into what I call the divine higher helpline available to us all. And today I'm excited because I'm shuffling now, a group oracle card reading. So basically, this is for anybody, whether you are live with me here right now or you are catching this on the replay, wherever it comes across your radar. This means it is for you. And we're just going to ask the universe, what does everybody live or on the replay who are finding this most need to know, understand, or be aware of in their life to get unstuck right now? So it's just going to be a group reading for everybody. And I haven't done one in a while, so I thought it would be fun. I just saw somebody ask about my pendulum class. It is launching. The doors are opening on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday. So stay tuned if you're already on my list, you'll get an email Monday letting you know, because we give away free pendulums to the first. Usually we start with 50 people. The first 50 people who sign up for the pendulum class will get a free amethyst gemstone pendulum that I basically create. I add charms to each one of them. I put them in a velvet bag and we'll ship them out to you. So the doors are opening on Tuesday. The pendulums go quickly. I only teach the class one time per year. It's one of my favorite classes to teach because I teach you how to find and clear limiting beliefs, how to uncover blocks and clear them in your chakra system, how to test foods and drinks and supplements and so many more things, using your pendulum to see what's right for your body. We go way past what you normally would think you would use a pendulum for. So that class called Unlock the Secrets of the Pendulum that I only teach once a year. There's no, you can't purchase it afterwards. It's, you get the replay. Obviously you get unlimited access to a replay, but the doors are opening on Tuesday. So when I'm on here next Thursday, the doors will be open. I will be talking about that. I don't know if we will still have pendulums at that point to give away, but I'll be back here talking about that. But I will post it on Facebook and Instagram the day that the doors open as well, so you know. Okay, so I am going to get started with the reading, and thank you. Somebody, Stacy, said you love my shirt. It's my angel wings. So what I'm going to do is I'm shuffling the cards now. I'm just going to call in all of my angels, my guides, my loved ones who have passed on, and all those in my soul society, only those of the highest of vibration, to be with me. And just use these cards and let me know, what is everybody who is on here, whether they are on live with me now or on this replay at a later date, what do they most need to know, understand, or be aware of in their life right now? What can they do? What do they not know now that if they did would make a difference to get unstuck in any area that they feel stuck in right now? That's basically what we are going to be asking about. So bear with me while I shuffle, and then let's see what the universe has to say to all of us right now in this month of July. Okay. Okay. And also, I always forget to tell you, the cards that I'm using are Wisdom of the Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reed. And you can get them on Amazon. And I have a whole video actually on my YouTube channel about why I love these Oracle cards. Okay. Just cutting the deck. All right. Here we go. So the first card, and this is just sort of a mini reading. This is what I do in my one-on-one sessions. If you're in my membership group, when I do monthly readings for them, it's just sort of, I call it a mini reading. So it's kind of like a 2-card reading. So the first card is, if you you can see on Instagram and on Facebook. It's called Round and Round. Round and Round. So let's see what this has to say. Oh, I went too far. Okay. So the sort of essential overall meaning of the card is the spiral quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated, cycles you are challenged to break, revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. So where in your life, especially when we are stuck somewhere, we always sort of feel like I'm going in circles and I'm not making any progress, right? So this is asking you to look in those areas, and the overall oracle message is the appearance of this card is a reminder that although it may appear that you've gone backward, the truth is that you are standing at a higher level, looking down into your circumstances. You will learn something, do something better, and break a cycle set up in the past. You actually have a bird's eye view of your initial footprints and can access the wisdom and lessons learned. So what this is saying is you may feel in your life that you are stuck, that you are going in circles, that you are actually heading in the complete opposite direction, and you are frustrated. Why is my manifestation not happening? Why am I still in the same circumstances? Why does it feel like things are actually getting worse? Remember, there's always a plan. The universe always has a plan. Even when it looks like everything is falling apart, there is usually a lesson, a purpose. There is something that you need to get that the universe is trying to bring your attention to in order to move you forward. What this card is saying to you is, even if you feel like you are moving backwards right now, there is something, you actually have the ability to see things differently. So you're in a good space and you have the ability to kind of look at it from a different perspective and realize, okay, wait a second, what have I not learned? What can I do differently? You're in the perfect timing place to be able to shift this right now. Now, let me just read you, because this deck has like individual messages. So let's say for those people who are stuck in a relationship, it says, are you wondering, how did I get here again? Again, we're doing the round and round stuff. Does something feel familiar right now in your dynamics with others? Maybe a little too familiar. Don't be surprised that you found yourself repeating an old story with the same sort of person who may not look similar, but who you attracted because of your easy acquaintance with his or her qualities. Your relationship is a mix of what is good and what is potentially challenging. You have been drawn to this person through the perfection of Spirit's plan for your evolution. Remember, I said there are no accidents, even the people that we wind up with. Even if there's pain involved in that, there's lessons involved in that, there's growth involved in that. You may have circled back to a custom spot, a familiar place, but that's fine, as you get to do things again, only differently. So the whole point of this card is saying, whether you realize it or not, you have the ability to look at your circumstances and make a choice to do things differently, so you stop the cycle of going round and round. Wasn't it that Einstein quote that's like something about doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting, like, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results? What this card is saying, and I'll continue reading this, but what this card is saying is, where are you stuck right now? And what can you do differently? Because you have the ability. The card is saying you have the vantage point to be able to look and change and do something differently. So what can you do differently to get out of that cycle, to get out of that round and round? There has to be something. And even if you don't know the answer right now, you say a prayer, you say, show me, explain to me, give me the idea, send me the sign, send me the synchronicity. What do I need to do differently so that I can get out of this? But what this card is telling you is you have the ability to do it at this time right now. Whether you feel like you have the ability to do it or not, you do have the ability to do it. Okay. So let me finish reading the relationship. So really the whole point of this card is, what can I do differently? What can I do differently to get out of this? And maybe that starts with a prayer. Your relationship is a mix of what is good and what is potentially challenging. You have been drawn to this person through the perfection of Spirit's plan for your evolution. You may have circled back to an accustomed spot, a familiar place, but that is fine, as you get to do things again, only differently this time, for you learned something of great value since the last time around. So this card is literally saying, you actually already know the answers. You already have the lessons within you. You need to look at the situation differently. You need to take a step back. You have it within you. The universe is saying, look at this differently, do something differently. That's what is needed right now to shift yourself, and that you can do it. Even though you think, I have no idea, Tammy, what I can do different. I have no idea why I'm in this situation. Say a prayer, because you know, and it will come to you. It says, how will you choose to behave now that you are aware? Remain curious and stay out of the blame game. Now, let me read you the prosperity message, because I find a lot of people are always stuck around money and abundance. So, if you're in a scenario that appears to be an echo of something that's already happened in the past in your work life, it is because you're being invited to see what you couldn't see before. This whole card is saying you actually are getting the clarity that you need, and you probably already have it. You need to tap into that. This is saying you're actually in a different place, even though you feel like you're not in a different place. You're in a different place in terms of your awareness. It is because you're being invited to see what you couldn't see before. This is a perfect time for you to look at the deeper motives you have and your attraction to the opportunities and people who have entered your life to be part of your journey to prosperity. Who helps you navigate? Who sabotages you? Who supports you? What are the familiar signs and your responses to them when you find yourself in a repeat of a pattern of the past? It's a good time to get a coach or a mentor who can help you see what you can't see on your own. Repeat what works, not what doesn't. Then you will free yourself from the old cycles and cease going round and round. So, in terms of getting a coach or a mentor, right? Again, people might go, oh my God, I have no idea. You say a prayer, you ask, send me the clarity. Send me what I need to do. Send me the people that can help me. Send me the opportunities. Send me the clarity. Help me become aware of this. I'm getting this message. I understand that I have to do something differently. Help me do that. Help me do that. That is going to be your daily prayer until the idea comes, until the sign comes, until the synchronicity comes, until the person shows up, until the opportunity shows up, until the light bulb goes off. And then you're like, oh, I get it. This is what I need to do. This person can help me. This is it, right? So that's sort of the way that the universe works when you ask for help, but that is what this card is pointing you toward. This card is literally saying to you, you can break out of this. You have to do something differently. If you don't know what that something is, I am telling you, say a prayer and it will come to you, because this card is literally saying you have awareness that you didn't have before, especially if you see patterns repeating, like, oh my gosh, I'm here again. Oh my gosh, another, here we go again. Why can't I get out of this? The universe is literally saying to you, you have the awareness that you didn't have before to get out of this. Say the prayer and ask for the guidance, and then act on that guidance, right? So the whole point of sort of divine communication is to ask for the help. And then when the help comes through an idea, through a sign, through a synchronistic experience, you act on that. You act on that. You step forward into that, and then the universe will continue to respond, right? It's kind of it's a circle dance between you and the universe. You are constantly guided, always, always. Okay. So, let me see. Somebody said lost audio. Hopefully I didn't lose audio. That was on YouTube. Let me know. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Okay, so let me see. Just want to check my audio. Yeah, it still says it's connected. Okay. So that's the first card. Second card of the reading is this is in the reversed or the protection position. So the card itself is called Time for a Nap. Okay, audio is fine on Facebook, so we'll see. I don't know what's going on. Time for a nap, but it's in that reversed position. Okay. So let's see what the reversed position, it's a singular message, whereas the last card I read multiple messages, but this is a singular message. So again, the question we are asking is, what do I most need to know, understand, or be aware of right now in my life to get unstuck and move forward wherever I feel stuck right now? Okay. Second card. Time for a nap. So the overall message of time for a nap is rest, rejuvenation, and renewal. Temporary non-action, allowing dreams to arise. That's the overall message. Okay, good. Oh, I'm glad the sound is good. Okay, thank you guys. You are the best. Okay, so let me go to the protection message of this card. Okay, here it is. And I'll tell you, because I get this card so many times and it aggravates me whenever I get it, but it's always right. Okay. So the message is, you are a human being, not a human doing. Is it possible you're suffering from workaholism? Could you be the one who thinks it's your job to save everyone, to be there for everyone, and to go, go, go until you can barely see straight? You've gone as far as you can. You've worked hard and nourished people and projects, but now you are an empty well and have no reserves for others or for yourself. Don't let your ego keep you going full speed when your body and spirit need rest. Exhaustion is calling you to stop what you're doing altogether and take a break. If you don't, the appearance of this card could portend a possible illness that stems from being totally overwhelmed. You will feel like a new person if you take that break. Do it now. I've gotten this card in the protection position and in the regular position, but both of them mean you're on overload. You're on overload. Your brain is on overload. You're busy with a million things, whether it's work, whether it's family, whether it's demands of friends, whether you're giving and giving and giving and going and going and going, and whatever you're doing, the universe is saying your answers are not even going to come through. When you say that prayer and you ask for the help, you're not even going to be aware of the signs and the answers that come through unless you slow down, unless you take a break. Part of the reason we get stuck is because we are going and going and we're exhausting ourselves and we're depleting ourselves. If we are doing for others and giving to others and giving a lot at work and going crazy with work and then coming home and trying to take care of your family or take care of loved ones or take care of friends, and you're going and you're going and you're going and you're not doing anything for yourself, and you think you're helping other people, but you're draining yourself to the point that you're not going to be able to help anybody. No good. And that's what this card is saying. So what I feel is this to me means this group, whether you're alive, whether you're on the replay, whether you're whatever, it's saying we all need to slow down, right? So we're going into the weekend. I always do this on a Thursday. We're moving into the weekend. This card is a sure sign for you to slow down, to say no to some of the things, to not work. If you have been following me for a while, you know, I think it was last year in January, I was burnt out. And I came on here and I was like, I am not working on weekends anymore. I was always working on weekends. Well, anybody that's an entrepreneur knows your brain never shuts off. You always have ideas. You always think, oh, well, I can just do it. You know, I work from home. I can just sneak a little couple hours in on a Saturday or a couple hours in on a Sunday or whatever. And I was like, nope, every sign that I was getting was like, Tammy, you've got to shut it down. You got to stop. You need to do time for you. I don't care what you do. I don't care if you read a book all day. It doesn't matter. You can't. And so I literally stopped my weekend working. Now I did go back to it slightly this year because I'm finishing a book that is coming out next year. So I allowed myself. However, that book is now edited and in. And I can't wait. It comes out April 16th. I finally have a date of next year. But I'm going to tell you, it was the biggest, most wonderful thing I've ever done for myself was take my freaking weekends off. I made more money last year than I ever made before. And I heard so many people say like, "Oh, you'll make more money if you take more time off." And I was like, "What?" Oh my God, it's true. Because you recharge yourself, so then when you are actually at work or with the friends or taking care of the family, you have more to give. Otherwise, you're running on depletion. And so that's what this is saying. So, what are the two things you need to do to get unstuck? Number one, the universe is saying you need to do something differently. So look at the situations that you're stuck in and say, what have I been doing? And how can I shift this? If you really have no idea, you say a prayer, you ask for the guidance, you ask for help. Send me to the people, the places, the opportunities. Give me the ideas, drop them into my head of what I now need to do. I am now aware that I need to shift something and I need to do something differently. And I am so open to doing it. So send me exactly how to do that. That's the first thing you're going to do. And know that you have the awareness, because this card is literally saying to you, you have the awareness to see what you haven't seen before. That's what this card is saying. You have it. I promise you, it's in there. Say a prayer and help and ask for help in it coming to you so that you can do something differently. And the other thing is, you'll need to slow down. You need to take a break. You need to nourish yourself this weekend. I don't care what you already have plans to do for other people or with other people or whatever. I want you to schedule time to decompress just for you, because that depletion is actually keeping you stuck as well. So those are the two biggest things that are coming through around this. And honestly, again, I've seen it in my own life when I take those breaks, when I slow down. It's the same thing when I'm trying to figure something out, right? When I'm trying to solve a problem, find a solution, make a decision, and my brain is like, I don't know what to do. The more that I think about it, the more I'm taking myself away from finding a solution. It's when I let go. It's when I take a nap with that card in the regular position. It's when I let go and say, I'm giving it over, universe. Just show me what to do, where to go. Give me the idea. I'm going to go bake something, or I'm going to go clean out a drawer, or I'm going to go do something, else, watch a movie, whatever. That's when the answers drop in. That's when the answers drop in. So what are you all going to do this weekend? You're going to say a prayer. Say, I know that I have the awareness and that I need to do something differently in this area. I am literally throwing it to you, my angels, my guides, my loved ones, and all those in my soul society. I am ready and willing to be directed and guided. Send me the ideas, the signs, the synchronicity, the people, the opportunities, whatever can help me do something differently now in this area of my life. I am ready. And then you're going to go and decompress and do something fun and do something for yourself this weekend, because literally the universe is telling you to do it. You can just tell anybody, I can't help you. The universe told me that I need to take a break this weekend. Okay. Let me just see if there's any questions or anything. Oh, I know, Tina, you asked about the pendulum class, and I answered that. Doors open on Tuesday, and I will be talking about it next week. My God, it's my favorite class. Let's see. Okay, Jay. So you're asking about making up your own spread and card selection based on important dates of your life, birthday, anniversary, etc. You can always make up your own spread. I mean, there's so many different things you can do with oracle cards. A lot of the different oracle cards have like directions in the front. The one that I use here, I think she talks about like a 1-card reading, a 2-card reading, a 3-card reading. I read oracle cards what I call the Tammy way, which is a little different than other people, which I've like taught before in different classes, but you can what I find with oracle cards, it's the intention that you put into it and the question that you ask, right? So I always ask, what do I most need to know, understand, or be aware of around this situation? What do I not know that if I did know it would make a difference for me? That's sort of how I approach it. But if you want to ask about, like, if you wanted to do, if you're talking about like doing a birthday reading or something like that, um, you can definitely do a 3 card spread. Um, if you want to get like, if you go into tarot and things like that, there's like Celtic cross spreads, and there's so many different things. You can do all of that with oracle cards as well. But I find it's really the intention that you have. Like the way I read oracle cards is different. And I remember I told when I was interviewing Colette Baron Reed years ago, I said to her, listen, this is how I read oracle cards. I know it's not the way that you teach to read oracle cards, but this is how I learned to read tarot cards. And then this is how I read oracle cards. And she was like, if it works for you, do it. Right. So that's sort of really how it is if it works for you, then you do it. There aren't like as many rules, I think, as people get, caught up with. Let's see, hold on. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, Pat Ross says she's a coach, just in case anybody's looking for a coach. That was perfect timing. Let's see. Oh, Lorraine, you can just talking about the prayer that I was like saying, asking a prayer. You can just use my morning prayer that's either in my book, or if you go to tammymasterbirdie.com, you can download it. Just use my morning prayer, and then in the intention section, say, please help me to see things and do things differently around whatever area it is you're stuck in. Please open my awareness, send me the ideas, the signs, the synchronicity, the people, so that I can do what I need to do to move forward. I am ready. I'm open. That type of a thing. Okay. Let's see if I missed anything else. Oh, oh, C. Collins. So you say if you don't listen to what the universe is telling you, my experience is it will make you listen. It doesn't give up on you. So in a way, it does. It continues to send you signs to try and redirect you. But what you're talking about is like, let's say, for example, you really need to leave a job. You're done there. The universe wants you to move on. The universe wants you to go somewhere else, do something else, whatever it might be. But you keep staying because you're afraid to leave because you want the paycheck, right? Most of us do this. I did it for years before I left my job. So then the universe starts causing all sorts of problems in your work, and it's getting more and more miserable. This happened to me. I was working in New York. I loved working in New York. Then they moved us to Jersey, and I still had to take trains and all that stuff because it was in like a horrible area, and I was miserable. Then they were firing my friends that worked there. And it was just like, oh my God, like all these things are just happening and happening. And then, like, so for me, I finally left. But let's say you continue to stay, and then all of a sudden now you get fired, you get pushed out, and you think, oh my gosh, this is the worst thing that ever happened. And the universe is thinking, well, no, thank God we got you out. Go find the job you're supposed to find, right? So sometimes we think we're being punished when really the universe is pushing us in the direction that we need to go. And if you continue to ignore it, sometimes the voice gets louder. Let's look at it that way. And I've had that happen so many times. Jill, I'm glad the reading resonated with you. These readings are always, they resonate with me too. They honestly do. And I am going to be taking a break this weekend, Lord knows, because now, like I said, the book is edited. Okay, let's see. Oh, Jude said the reading resonated with you too. Yay! I love that. Okay, let's see. Oh, and happy belated 4th. Yes, to everybody. Okay. I think I got everybody. So thank you all for being here. Stay tuned again to the Facebook, to my Instagram, to my YouTube, to my website for the Pendulum class that is launching next week. I'm going to be teaching it on July 27th. You do get the replay. I only teach it once a year. And also anybody in the Lilydale, New York area, I'm going to be live teaching a 1-day workshop. The link is also in my in the Facebook and YouTube, Instagram. If you go to the Lilydale website, you'll be able to find me and put my name in. So I'm going to be teaching that on July 22nd, and I believe some tickets are still available for that. If you want to join me there, I'm dragging my husband with me. He's going to be my assistant for the day. So that is going to be a lot of fun. And I will be back here next Thursday. I will definitely be talking about the pendulum class then because it will be open. And I love teaching that class. So thank you all for being here. Please, this weekend, take a break, do something for you. I say it all the time, but now I really mean it because the universe is telling you to do it, not just me. And I thank you all for being here with me, and I will be back next Thursday. Have an amazing and wonderful and relaxing and rejuvenating and replenishing weekend. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye, everyone.